Picture this. You're cruising down Garnet Avenue in Pacific Beach, windows down, ocean breeze in your hair, when bam, a rock kicks up from the truck ahead and chips your windshield. It's tiny, maybe the size of a dime. You think, I'll deal with it later. But here's the thing. In Pacific Beach, later might be too late. You're listening to the Speedy Windshield Repair San Diego podcast with your host, Stuart Rofa. Let's get into it. No, hey there, I'm Stuart, and you're listening to the Speedy Windshield Repair San Diego podcast. Today we're talking about whether you should get those rock chips fixed right away if you're driving around Pacific Beach. And spoiler alert, the answer is absolutely yes, but probably not for the reasons you think. So here's what I hear all the time from folks in Pacific Beach. It's just a tiny chip, Stuart. I can barely see it. I'll get it fixed when I have time. Or my personal favorite. I've had this chip for months and it hasn't spread at all. Look, I get it. You're busy, the beach is calling, and that little chip seems harmless enough. But here's the problem with that thinking. Pacific Beach isn't just any location. The coastal environment here is basically a perfect storm for turning small chips into big problems, fast. Most people think windshield damage spreads slowly, like over weeks or months. That might be true in, say, Phoenix or Las Vegas, where the weather's predictable. But Pacific Beach, completely different game. The marine layer that rolls in every morning creates these crazy temperature swings that put constant stress on damaged glass. Your windshield might start the day at 60 degrees when that marine layer is thick, then jump to 80 plus by afternoon when it burns off. Every single day, right? Now, let me tell you how this actually works, because the science is pretty wild. Glass expands when it heats up and contracts when it cools down. That's basic physics. But when you've got a chip, that damaged area can't expand and contract evenly with the rest of the windshield. So every temperature change is basically pulling at the edges of that chip, making it a little bit bigger each time. And here's something most people don't realize about Pacific Beach specifically. That salt air isn't just bad for your car's paint. It gets into those tiny cracks and accelerates the whole process. I've seen chips that looked stable for weeks suddenly shoot a crack clear across the windshield during one of those hot Santa Ana days when the marine layer burns off early. The road conditions don't help either. Grand Avenue, Mission Boulevard, even Cass Street, they've all got their share of bumps and imperfections. Every time you hit one of those, you're sending vibrations through your windshield. If it's damaged, those vibrations are like little hammers chipping away at the weak spot. I had a customer last month who got a chip on Monday morning near Crystal Pier, and by Wednesday, it had spread from the passenger side all the way to the center of the windshield, just from normal driving around town. Actually, wait. Let me back up and talk about the legal side for a minute, because this is important. California is pretty strict about windshield damage, especially if it's in what they call the critical viewing area, basically the part of the windshield right in front of the driver. If you've got a chip bigger than 3/4 of an inch in that zone, you're technically breaking the law. And trust me, the cops around Pacific Beach know this. I've had customers get fix-it tickets during routine stops near the beach. But here's the real kicker. Your insurance company is actually on your side with this one if you act fast. Most comprehensive coverage covers windshield chip repair at 100%. No deductible, no out-of-pocket costs. But if that chip spreads and you need a full replacement, now you're looking at paying your deductible, which in California averages somewhere between $250 and $500. We do a lot of work with Speedy Windshield Repair customers who wish they'd called us sooner instead of turning a free repair into an expensive replacement. Okay, Here's something most shops won't tell you. The type of chip you have makes a huge difference in how fast it'll spread. You've got your simple chips, which are just small divots in the glass. Those are usually pretty stable. But then you've got star breaks and bullseye chips, which have multiple fracture lines radiating out. Those are ticking time bombs, especially in Pacific beaches climate. The more fracture lines you have, the more weak points where cracks can start. And parking? Yeah, even parking can make things worse. Those beach parking lots don't have much shade, so your car's interior heats up while the windshield stays relatively cool. That creates internal pressure pushing against the chip edges. I've literally had customers call me from the boardwalk saying their chip just spread while they were having lunch. Before I let you go, let me rapid fire a few related questions I get all the time. Can I use clear nail polish to fix it myself? No, please don't. That actually makes professional repair harder. Will the repair be visible? A good repair should be nearly invisible and last the life of your windshield. How long does it take? Most chips can be fixed in 30 minutes or less. Look, don't gamble with Pacific Beach's unique coastal conditions. I've seen too many drivers turn a simple repair into an expensive replacement by waiting just a few days. If you've got a chip, call me at Speedy Windshield Repair at 619-761-4887. We'll come to you, and we're open 7 days a week. Trust me, your wallet will thank you later. Thanks for listening to the Speedy Windshield Repair San Diego podcast. If you need windshield repair or replacement in the San Diego area, give us a call at 619-761-4887 or visit speedywindshieldrepairs.com. We'll see you next time.
Crystal clear the open road, lifting up a heavy load, precision vision expertise, putting your whole mind at ease.